Hi there, I'm Robert. Welcome to the School Ensemble Classical Music Improvisation channel. In this video I want to introduce some of our upcoming courses and other events, especially regarding workshops, so you'll know what to expect and what might be a good fit for you, hopefully, in terms of level and wishes, and then we hope to see you in the summer. Links are in the description below. In the early music movement, the 1752 flute method by Joachim Quantz is one of the most informative sources we have. It has been discussed many times, but in June I wanted to specifically look at the improvisatory aspects of what we can find in his treatise. A fascinating element is his approach to teaching ornamentation. It's very similar to the way Renaissance musicians did it. Quantz gives a typical, often found bit of melody, and then suggests different ways to ornament it. In the past I've made some video series teaching some of these kind of ornaments, like about Tartini, but also Banchieri for 17th century. But I can see from the number of views that people don't really stick with it. And also I noticed myself that I don't actually learn the patterns by making those videos, so this time I'm going to try something else and organize some online meetups, like a sort of little course, with a little bit of homework, a nice accompaniment file, and fun online experimentation and exchange. So I think this will be an interesting format to explore, and if there's enough interest, I would divide the groups in smaller groups according to experience, and so then we would have different level meetings. So this then would be totally accessible for amateur musicians, and also like at 440, but in other groups we could also focus on 415 students or professionals that have already more experience. So more information will come about that soon, but also if you want to already show your interest, please do write in the comments or write us an email, then it will happen even faster. On June 15 there will be a webinar through the Dutch organization Huismuziek. It will be in Dutch, but it will be very interesting, I think. I will be running through music history, talking about the different ways in which ensembles improvised in Western classical music and how you might get started with your ensemble. So a combination of history, examples and practical tips. This organization caters specifically to amateur musicians, so the level will be set accordingly. From July 7th till the 10th, you can find Jason and me in Weimar, Germany for the Bach Biennale. Unfortunately, James couldn't make it, so for the opening concert, titled Impromania, we are going to meet violinist Anaïs Chen. With little time and wild ideas, we're looking forward immensely to this meeting. We're still choosing between diminutions on a Bach motet, on a pop song, contrapuntal experiments, Partimenti, a violin partita for chamber ensemble, and more. There's also a workshop that leads to a jam session, and there are other jam sessions done by festival musicians. There are also other fantastic concerts and an improvisation competition for organists. And finally, on the last day, a think tank meeting where several international experts and the audience will discuss the future of improvisation. So, a jam-packed festival with everything improvisation. In July there will also be the famous MentiParti course, which takes place near Basel. So last year I absolutely loved it. I joined the course as a student online. But this year I have the honor of teaching a little bit as well. I will come to Switzerland to teach live, because there's a live part and an online part. But, well, I'm also going to be teaching online, don't worry. This course focuses on Partimento, but there are many related subjects as well. Catherine Motus is doing an excellent Renaissance improvisation workshop. I already did it last year and I still have been using it for the entire year. And we're learning about Solfeggio as well, with the new great book. There are also the Partimento specialists Peter van Toer, Ewald de Meijer and the organizer Tobias Kram. I'm going to focus on helping melody players to make their first steps in Partimento on their own instruments. I will bring together 3 ideas in separate workshops. improvising two-part counterpoints on a Partimento based on ideas in Solo Fantasias by Telemann. And I think it's super important to be responsible for the bass and the melody simultaneously, even as a melody player. And then we will take a sort of step that comes out of this, where we will be improvising on a Partimento, but someone else will play the bass, maybe as two melodic players or with a bass instrument. Here your own solo repertoire will be useful, but also the solfeggi we are learning about in other classes, because they use these beautiful melodies on typical Partimento bass lines that we can then steal. Finally, inspired by Martini and Corelli, we will look at trio sonata setting improvisations on a Partimento. I'm so excited about this, and the levels should be varied, so having no experience is totally fine, but we will also make sure to cater for more experienced improvisers. On August 7th, the Scroll Ensemble is performing a new program at the invitation of Festival Via Musica. Inspired by Erasmus's In Praise of Folly, the Scroll Ensemble will access all of its grace, musicality and theatricality to bring to life the goddess of folly herself. Straight after, I will also be teaching at the Apollo Summer Academy in Warffum in the Netherlands. This course focuses on chamber music with several fantastic teachers, so if you have an ensemble that improvises, or would like to, you could come and do a session of improvisation with me every day, and then maybe a regular chamber music session with some of the other teachers. Every day I'll also teach a general improvisation class where everybody is welcome, and there is also the possibility to have some private lessons as well on obviously any improvisation topic you'd like that you think I could help you with. So I hope to see you at one of our upcoming events. If there are any questions, feel free to ask them. Have a lovely week and Easter.